take the hit of that pylon. Going to lose that pylon for sure. But that is just death trap for him to try and work his way up that ramp with only one zealot to really be cannon fodder. He needs more zealots. He's going to need another zealot or so in order to really work his way up that ramp. Another gateway and an observatory going up for Kingdom right now. And now 5 Dragoons for Nara in the base. Both players losing a Dragoon here. Another Dragoon goes down for Kingdom. And now Nara might actually be able to take down it. Now Nara has an advantage in Dragoon numbers. Kingdom really needs to pull off more probes. He pulled off 2 probes. He really needs to pull off a couple more in order to even this out. And now, okay, that looks like that was enough. That was enough. Both players left with 1 Dragoon once again. Both players left with 1 Dragoon. And Kingdom hanging on by the skin of his teeth right now. Barely hanging on. He's come so close to losing his expansion, the advantage he got out of having that expansion come up earlier so many times. But now that that expansion is up and operational and has been mined and been producing probes, he actually might be able to work his way back into this, especially considering Nara went for observers and not for reavers, and I didn't even see a robotic support bay up yet. I think that is definitely a mistake by by Nara. I think if he got a couple reavers out, he would just be in such a huge advantage right now, and I don't think Nara sees that this probe. Okay, he does see that probe there, trying to get some scouting information. But he really should not allow that. I hope that probe did not get too far into Nara's base before he was able to push it out. It looks like Nara's massing up again outside Kingdom's natural, but Kingdom's not really at his at disadvantage as much as he was before, so I don't know if Nara's really going to be able to push in. He does have 5 Dragoons to Nara's 3, but Nara will have the shorter resupply route again, and there's the 4th Dragoon, there's the 5th Dragoon, so this is going to be very difficult for Kingdom to take attack with just 5 on 5. Although Kingdom has supply blocked himself, we see his first person view, Kingdom has supply blocked himself, so he's not going to be able to produce anything for a little while here. Nara might be able to get some reinforcing units here and actually maybe get a Dragoon number advantage and be able to take it and be able to get ahead that way. Kingdom being forced to throw down a couple extra pylons here, probably that he wishes he didn't have to for his timing. Now the Citadel of Aduna is up, probably going to get a Templar Archives as well. Can't think of there being any other point to this. And Nara moving in with some Dragoons and also a Zealot. But that's not really gonna. You'll see what happens here with the micro. It looks like about even numbers of Dragoons, and I think Kingdom's pulling off some probes here. Going to be able to separate the forces of Nara and be able to take this down. Nara playing, both players playing pretty well here, but the micro has just been going back and forth. This has been a huge micro fight between these two players, and we've seen just how close it really is. Kingdom just barely hanging on. Nara continuously pressing the advantage as far as he can really take it. A couple more gateways going down for Kingdom as well. Going to try and get an advantage out of the fact that his base came up earlier, but at this point the bases are both up and running. Both have been up and running for a little bit here. First Reaver's out for Nara, so I don't think either player really has an advantage in terms of their economies. They're about even now. And the observer for Kingdom getting an eye field. I don't know if that... I think that shuttle was probably in range of that observer's sight, so we should know that there is a Reaver on the way. And Nara pulling all of his forces back, oddly enough, not maintaining any pressure on Kingdom right now, and just sending his shuttle out to do some harassment. I really think he should have his forces out as well, so that way, if Kingdom should pull back a lot of his forces from his natural expansion to deal with the Reaver, then he can try and take advantage of a numbers game at the natural expansion and do some damage that way. But it looks like he prefers to just sit back and pull his forces back and just devote himself entirely to this Reaver harass. And not sure if I completely agree with it, of pulling his forces back, but it is his decision, and that's what he's decided to do. And now here comes the shuttle coming in with the Reaver. We'll see whether or not it's able to get any good scarabs off. No pylons in that area for Kingdom, so he's not getting any sort of an early warning. Actually, Kingdom moving out with all of his forces now from his natural expansion. This is terrible timing for Kingdom, for sure. He's trying to pull off some probes. 2 probes go down now, and that Reaver's going to get a couple more 4 probes. We'll see how many more kills. It's going to get another 2 kills. 6 probes go down to that Reaver, and that Reaver actually retreating. The shuttle and the Reaver actually retreating. I think he assumed that Kingdom would be pulling some troops back, but Kingdom not pulling very much back at all, if anything. I think he may have just been devoting himself to using the reinforcing units, and that pylon is actually Kingdom's pylon, so Kingdom knows where that shuttle is for Nara, and this is dangerous for Nara. If that shuttle goes down, that could be that would just be devastating with a shuttle and with a Reaver inside of it. But it does look like Kingdom overshot. Kingdom overshot, and he's going to miss that shuttle completely, so Nara's going to escape and be just fine here. Boatload of Zealots have been produced here for Nara, so he's going to hope for some sort of a big, massive confrontation here in the middle of the map, possibly. And since he does have a couple of Reavers, he is at a huge advantage. Here comes the Templar Archives for Nara. I've got to think that the Templar Archives is already up for Kingdom. Yeah, it is already up, so we should see some High Templar soon if they're not already out. Not yet. Haven't seen any quite yet. But with the Reavers of Nara, Kingdom's really going to need some high Templars in order to counter that, in order to counter the massive number of damage that amount of damage those Reavers can really do. And Kingdom trying to get some information with that scouting probe, but that probe is just going to go down really easy. And Nara now moving across his ramp, moving towards the middle of the map. Kingdom also has a lot of his forces across his ramp, so neither player really sitting back right now, although Kingdom is getting an eyeful with his observer, seeing the base at the 6 o'clock position. This is going to be very, very interesting for Kingdom. He really needs some high Templar in order to counter these Reavers. But I still don't see them. I really fear for Kingdom right now. If these two forces do meet in a pitched battle, I really fear for Kingdom. I don't know how he's really going to be able to win a battle against a couple of Reavers and armies that are pretty darn close in terms of numbers and composition. He's going to be in a big trouble here. And now here comes a big confrontation. That shuttle is going to drop down a couple of Reavers, and these Reavers are just going to do so much damage here. I don't know. Kingdom's not backing off either. These Reavers, but those Scarabs are not quite getting through. Yeah, those Reavers are going to be able to take down most of the Zealots for Kingdom. Kingdom's already lost pretty much all of his Zealots now, and now he's in huge, huge trouble, just microwaving Dragoons now against everything that Nara has. And Kingdom's pretty much, I think, Kingdom might be done here. Kingdom might be going down. He's got absolutely nothing, really. And Nara's moving into his base with a ton of speed loss, some Dragoons, and also a couple of Reavers. And I think Kingdom is just about done here. Now the Reavers are going to come in here, take down this cannon, and probably take down some probes as well. The Dragoons for Kingdom being absolutely surrounded by Zealots. And there's GG from Kingdom. Kingdom going down. And he's got a smile on his face. I do like that. I do like seeing these old veterans, even when they lose. They're good losers. You don't see them cry. You don't see them throw cupcakes at each other or dance at each other. Fire Bat Hero. No, they smile. They take their lumps and they move on. And that was a fun game. I hope you guys liked it. I mean, to see these two old PvP kings, and I think they're gonna go shake hands. I do. Yes, yes. This is quite a moment to see these two players shake hands. Two old friends and some old two old kings that have a very long history. But what this does mean, of course, is that Nara now has the advantage on Kingdom, 13-12. I wonder how Kingdom feels about that. Kingdom is now down in the overall fight there. That was a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll be seeing you in the next set. It's gonna be Reach and Toss Girl on Python. I will see you there. I hope you guys enjoyed this.